Picture the scene. No more push bikes, no more skateboards. You want to ride a brand new Yamasaki DB 50cc Supermoto. Today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know before you purchase one of these bikes. I am the first person to review one of these on YouTube, so stay tuned. The Yamasaki DB50 was introduced in the UK in January 2023, and here we are. This is a 50cc Supermoto and it is designed for a 16-year-old. Comes with an overhead valve, tried and tested 50cc engine, digital clocks, LED lights all the way around, and it comes with that all-important stainless steel exhaust system. So this is a kind of tall bike. I'm 5'9" and I can fit this. I can just about flat-foot it, but I can't get my heels down. It is quite a tall bike. Somebody that's slightly smaller than me can still ride it, but they would have to flat-foot it. Just remember, if you're riding a motorcycle, your right leg should always be hovering that rear brake anyway. Talking about brakes, this one comes with hydraulic discs front and back, just so that you get that additional stopping power. Most of the 50cc motorcycles of today, like the Yamasaki F30, come with a drum on the back and discs on the front. Now this is a 50cc and is designed to go 32 miles an hour. You may get a little bit more going down a hill and it will slow down going uphill. But remember, if you buy a 50cc, you no longer have to catch the bus, you no longer have to ride a push bike, and you no longer have to wait for lifts off of mum and dad. It gives you the ultimate freedom to do exactly what you want to do, when you want to do it, without having to rely on anybody else. The Yamasaki DB50 comes in two different colours, white and orange and white and green. For the price point, which is £2,299 up plus £150 OTR at the minute, this is a fairly high spec motorcycle. It does come with the hydraulic brakes front and back. The front disc is wavy, the rear one is not. It does come with those upside down forks, digital display, LED lights all the way around, and it looks different to anything that Yamasaki have brought in before. It does look like some of the other Supermotos that are on the market at the minute, but the price is the key here. It is quite a lot cheaper than anything else, like the Derby Sender and stuff like that. They are quite a lot more expensive. Now this is a 50cc motorcycle and it is never going to win any races. It's designed for a 16-year-old to go at 32 miles an hour, and that is exactly what it does. It is fairly comfortable on the suspension, but the seat is extremely hard, and after riding it for a long period of time, it's gonna hurt your rear end. But I don't know, maybe when the sun gets to it or the heat gets to it a little bit, it will soften up a little bit, but they are really hard. It does have some other features as well, like the stainless steel exhaust system and those foot pegs that are sprung loaded, so they stay down, but if you do fall off your bike, they will go fold in and then come back down again. Insurance for something like this from Byshore, you should be looking at £500 to £700. This year, the government, in their sense, have decided to put the price of tax up. So previously it was £22, now it is £24. Every 2 years or so, they do put up the price. So eventually, for your 50cc motorcycle, you will be paying somewhere in the region of £50,723 a year for tax. Same as everything else. On this bike should do somewhere in the region of 120 miles to the gallon, and also you should be able to do maybe 300 to 400 miles to the tank. You will have to do your first service before you empty that tank. The reason for this is you do need to empty out that running in oil, put in some fresh oil, just so that you can make sure that the longevity of the bike is awesome. Remember, with all motorcycles, you are responsible for a couple of things, and you cannot blame anybody else other than yourself if you do not do them. Number one, tyre pressures are extremely important. They should be 32 psi on the front, 32 psi on the back. Number two is your responsibility to check your oil. On this one, they take 1 litre of oil. It will be changed on the service, but your responsibility is to make sure that you check the oil regularly, because on some vehicles it can get burnt in the engine. It's not supposed to go through a lot of oil, but it's always best to check it anyway. Number three, now this is a one that most people do not do. It is your responsibility to tension your chain. The amount of people that I have come to me said, my chain just fell off. Well, have you ever tensioned your chain? But I've only done 5,000-6,000 miles, and it looks like a skipping rope. Remember, people, if you do not tension your chain, you can potentially be putting your life at risk. So no excuses, just do it. So I'm going to let you see the rest of my video. Hopefully you've enjoyed my 360-degree camera footage. I have some funky directions in there, just a little bit of spicing up to do on there. thank you for watching my video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully you've got a little bit of entertainment out of this video, and hopefully you know now whether this is going to be the right bike for you. I know it's all well and good seeing me go around the block on something like this, but make sure that you go and actually sit on one of these bikes before you buy it, just so that you can get the feel for it. Sadly, no small capacity bike shop will offer you a test ride, because the majority of the people that want to test ride these bikes do not have a license, or they have a CBT, which isn't a full license, so they won't be able to get insurance on it. But there's no reason why you can't go. Sit on one of these bikes and make sure that it's the right one for you. If it's not, there are alternatives, so sit on all of them. Doesn't mean you're going to buy them, just make sure you sit on them. So anyway, thank you for watching my video. Please support the channel by hitting that thumbs up and telling the YouTube algorithm that you like my content. If you don't like my content, please comment below and tell me how I can make it better in the future. Remember, I answer every single one of my comments. But as always, ride safe.